Holy fucking shit, man.
Just recording. Whoa, that's huge.
Ooh,
Holy crap.
that's a big one.
Oh god, you wouldn't have wanted to be under
Man,
that.
look at that.
Wellington, New Zealand, October 23, 2025. Strong storms and widespread disruption have battered parts of New Zealand for 3 days. The storms have caused more than 200 flight cancellations, power outages for tens of thousands of homes, closures and disruption to public transport, and high-level red warnings have been issued across the country. The National Weather Service has issued emergency warnings for the Canterbury region on Wednesday. Strong winds and persistent rain overnight have caused the risk of downed trees, flooding, and landslides across the Canterbury Highlands. The situation has blocked roads. City officials have closed several parks and urged Christchurch residents to stay indoors to weather the situation.
It's bloody crazy. It was like a bomb that exploded into the trees opposite Mitre 10. I ducked it.
A red warning for severe winds has been issued for the eastern parts of the South Island and southern parts of the North Island. The National Weather Service, Met Service, has forecast wind speeds of 140 to 155 kilometers per hour, 87 to 96 miles per hour, in Wellington, Wairarapa, Canterbury, and large parts of the South Island. Protest rallies by members of the New Zealand Education Association in Wellington, Wairarapa, and Canterbury were cancelled due to the weather.
It's just the sea.
The power company said power outages could last for several days due to strong winds, pole climbing, and power line repairs. Hundreds of people were left without power overnight around Kaiku, and more than 1,000 properties in Wairarapa were left without power due to strong winds. Greg Skelton said the number of people affected by the power outages was not yet known and urged people to prepare for 3 to 4 days of power outages in the worst-case scenario. Local media reported that a complex weather system sweeping central and southern New Zealand had caused about 100 flight cancellations and power outages to 90 homes. Road closures were also reported across Canterbury, the West Coast, Wellington, and Otago, and power outages were reported in parts of the South Island. Air New Zealand delayed flights to Wellington. Although Cook Strait crossings are still open, passenger trains and ferries in Wellington Harbour have been cancelled.
There's just like 200k gusts. That everything's blowing.
Following severe weather warnings in New Zealand, Metlink has cancelled all train services in the Wellington and Wairarapa regions from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Thursday. The Hat Valley and Kapiti lines will have limited bus alternatives, but there will be no alternative services on the Melling, Johnsonville, and Wairarapa routes. The east-west ferry service at Wellington Harbour has also been suspended. In Christchurch, Metro Bus said services were running as normal but urged passengers to check their official website before traveling. Both Wellington and Christchurch airports are open, but delays and disruption are expected. Air New Zealand is allowing passengers flying to or from Wellington, Christchurch, and Dunedin on Thursday to change their flights free of charge within 48 hours. The Waka Kotahi transport body also urged people in affected areas to avoid driving or postpone their journeys, especially drivers traveling on motorbikes, travel vans, light trucks, or towing vehicles, as the risk of overturning in strong winds is very high.
This is in the
The National Weather Service said emergency services in Canterbury were on full alert from Wednesday afternoon and all necessary instructions were being followed. Local media reported that about 26,000 homes in the Marlborough region in the north of the South Island were affected by power outages. However, firefighters were battling a blaze in Hawke's Bay on the east coast of the North Island. New Zealand Fire Service officials said the fire was largely contained and that a watch for strong winds was still in place.
Right, so there is my caravan, and it used to belong over there somewhere. It went through that fence.
New Zealand firefighters are still battling bushfires in the Kaikoura and Hawke's Bay regions, while a total ban on fireworks and fireworks remains in place in the Canterbury, Marlborough, Wellington, and Hawke's Bay regions. Evacuated residents in Kaikoura were allowed to return to their homes on Wednesday, the Fire and Emergency Services said, but officials have warned they should be prepared to evacuate again if the weather changes. Although the fires have been partially contained, strong winds forecast for Thursday could change the situation quickly. In the Hawke's Bay region, helicopters trying to control 3 fires near Porangahau on Wednesday were grounded by strong winds and are unlikely to fly again on Thursday. According to pilot Nick Bradshaw, the steep and difficult terrain in the area has made firefighting operations extremely difficult for ground forces. Thank you for sticking with us until the end. For more news and updated videos, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss anything.